You know a little bit about this team. You faced them now, and Dana mentioned that they are getting better on defense. What do you see on tape that leads you to believe that?
That's one thing I was going to say, that they are getting better on defense. And, people always like to talk about their offense and how you're gonna need to outscore them. But their defense has really stepped it up this year, a lot more than past years that I've seen. Up front, they're a lot stronger, move around fast, a lot more effort than last year.
Better position. It looks like they're getting lined up better in places they need to be.
Yeah.
Off week good for you guys?
Yeah, it was great. Getting ready for the 8-week stretch. Fortunate to go home, see my family, see my little brother play. Grandparents, just get my mind right for these next 8 weeks.
How good your brother?
He's doing good. He's doing really good. Yeah, he's playing on the JV right now. He's not familiar with playing quarterback, but he's getting it.
Going to this place is a lot like people coming to Morgantown. I mean, football is the focus of Lubbock. You like going to places like that where that is the only thing going on in town?
Yeah, it makes for a good atmosphere, definitely. And I think they like to throw the tortillas out and the waffles when it's a morning game. It's just part of their thing, just like we do our stuff here. It's a good atmosphere, and that's the type of atmosphere you want to play in. You don't want to go to a Texas high school football game, which is probably small college, but the atmosphere is really, really great.
So the players are aware of that stuff, some of the traditions and things that go on. I guess you see a little bit of it when you're out there.
Yeah, we're aware because we get hit in the back of the helmet with the tortilla. Kind of want to pick one up and eat it. I don't see many tortillas up here, but we're aware of it, but it don't affect the game.
Skyler, would you talk a little bit about Texas quarterbacks who have created in Texas and grew up there, and why they become what they do? I mean, it seems like an awful lot of them over the years.
It's probably just a mentality, being from Texas. The Texas gunslinger, they've used that term on a number of guys. It's probably like a mentality. Growing up around football, football being the most important thing in your town. The town shuts down. They go to the Friday night game. It's just something you're accustomed to. You're used to being in high-pressure situations because it means to a lot of people. And so when you get to college, it's just the next step. Not, instead of going from maybe another state where football was like equivalent to baseball or basketball, where in Texas, if you're on the football team, it means something.
Cliff was talking about on the coaches conference call yesterday about the private coaching that a lot of Texas high school quarterbacks are getting now, and 7-on-7 camps that they were doing way ahead of people. Did you have that? I mean,
nope, did not. No private coaching. Went to camps to try and get exposure, but never a camp to focus on my mechanics, my nothing specific to getting better as a quarterback. Just trying to get my name out there and get exposure.
Self-made? Is that what you?
Self-made. Me and Mom in the backyard. Tire sometimes, maybe a 2x4. Stickman George.
Hopefully not on the car of the tire.
What did you say?
Hopefully not on the car of the tire.
Oh, no.
I'm sure you're aware of what they've done offensively. Does that play a role in what you do going into the game, or you just play what you see and just go from there?
There's only a certain amount of things you can focus on going into a game, and on my end, I'm just worried about the defense. We understand that they have scored a lot of points in the past games that they've played. They got some playmakers on offense, but again, I'm not going to see them on the other side of my field. So we just got to score every time we get it. That's our goal, anyways, just to step our game up and score every time we get the ball.
Do you watch the game much when it's going on, when you're not on the field, or are you preparing for the defense that you're going to face the next series? What do you do there?
A mix of both. Most of the time preparing. Going by talking to the guys. What'd you see? What can we do better? How are things up front? How are those corners playing you? Just asking all the questions to get right on our side. In a big time situation like a fourth down, maybe everybody's everybody's engaged in the game. Everybody's looking, seeing what's going to happen. Field goal last week. Everybody's looking at that. So it's a mix.
Are you disappointed in the 29 points a game and maybe the Red Sox play?
Yes and no, because we have 4 victories, and that's the only.
It's been enough.
That's the only thing you got to do is score one more than they do, and so I'd like to see us score a lot more points because we are capable of that. So that's one thing we're working on is we need to capitalize and get in the score zone and make sure we're getting 6 and not 3.
How much is that a product of who you're playing, though? I mean, you go back and you look at BYU. They handled Michigan State pretty easily. Youngstown State's probably a little better than people anticipated. Missouri, I guess the verdict's out there, but a little better than maybe people think, the defenses you faced?
I'd say, we haven't played any, just gimmies, which I don't think there are any at this level.
Yeah.
So you still got to go out there and execute no matter who's out there.
K-State was the we defense in the country for a while, so they're
and they flew around. They were in the right spots. They're well coached, we just got to execute no matter who's out there.